almost 4 years passed by since our last uploaded travelogue. It's not that we have stalled ourselves from driving destinations during these years, but we were immersed into the exotic world of birds and wildlife photography. And since our mind was absolutely absorbed to the specific subject, we didn't come up with anything. However, after covering wildlife of 8 states that extends from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh to even the remote islands of Andaman and Nicobar, we thought of breaking the pattern and drive down to Ladakh. Change is inevitable in life, and so did it happen to us as well. In recent months, we upgraded our stable with another capable and modern 4x4 that has replaced our beloved 15-year-old Thar. Hence, Ladakh. What could have been a better place to test the ability and the performance of a newly acquired Jimny, that too during the period just before the complete shutdown of the region. Our itinerary is simple. Starting on November 5, 2025, we will be reaching Manali on the 3rd day, while our first stop being Varanasi, followed by Greater Noida on the 2nd night. In Manali, we have decided to halt for an extra night to overcome the fatigue of driving 2000 plus kilometers from Calcutta. Nevertheless, to mention that, other than complex maneuvers in congested roads around cities, my over-dramatic partner in crime decided to withhold oneself from steering the vehicle when it came munching miles on expressways and 6-lane highways. To him, it isn't even worth driving across these kinds of multi-lane expressways. He has developed this thing in last few years, especially after a solo driving trip to Upper Mustang and deep into Northeast India, where hardship of off-road driving became his new favorite. I too enjoy driving thoroughly on these multi-lane expressways. In here, we would like to elaborate our driving experience of Jimny on expressways. Experienced and frequent long-distance runners prefer a sedate drive rather than hustling. Jimny performs exactly that way. Equipped with Bridgestone Dweller Sleeks, this K15B engine is cruising since yesterday comfortably all day long within a range of 85 to 90 km per hour with no sign of overheating or fatigue. While testing higher speed maneuvers, we found that 110 to 115 km per hour is the sweetest spot where it performs effortlessly. This route isn't exactly unfamiliar to us. In the mid of January 2016, we partially traversed this route when we drove from Calcutta to Gurgaon. Though that drive was purely work-related and the stopovers were also different, yet our engagement and excitement of driving remained same. Speaking of that trip, it reminds us of an incident that will remain with us for the rest of our life. Sharing that incident with you all may turn helpful to wannabe road trippers. On the 2nd day, with the onset of twilight, as we crossed Agra, a mild yet continuous thud sound kept us busy thinking of the source of the sound. Checked it twice, alighting from the vehicle, but couldn't find the source. So, we kept proceeding with a puzzled mind, escalating the speed beyond normal to make up time. The slightest of thud kept increasing, and there came one point of time when we were at a crawling speed inching towards our destination. Our surrounding was so dark and deserted that we couldn't gather our courage to alight from the vehicle to check even. Finally, when we came around the city periphery, the streetlight gave us fortitude to find out the root cause of hours of agony. What we saw not only blew up our senses but terrified us to our core. One out of the 4 lug nuts found missing on the front left wheel, one half loose, one dangling almost to its last threads with the last piece miraculously at its proper place holding on to its last breath. It took us a while to come out of our utterly perplexed state of mind, to lift up the car on the jack and tighten the loose lug nuts and continue to finish our journey for the day. The intention of telling this incident is to remind all the long distance driving enthusiasts that most of the time we tend to forget or ignore the smallest of checks before hitting the road. It's our appeal to all out there to prioritize few basic checks on your car, not only before your run but while on the run as well. Coming back to the present day, all is going well and finally we entered Himachal. All our fatigue of driving 1760 kilometers so far from home, enduring all the turmoil of heavy traffic of Noida, Delhi, Karnal, Ambala and so on vanished all of a sudden. Roughly 180 kilometers left to reach our hotel at Ramri, Manali. Should take around 4 hours to reach. Though impromptu stopovers are on the menu, so it may take a bit longer as well. That's the essence and privilege of self-driving to destinations, isn't it? Especially when it comes to driving through the mountains. While driving, experiencing mountain ranges on the distant horizon evokes a unique, indescribable feeling. To us, this is the most enthralling part that drives us to cover distances, not only to reach destinations but to cherish every moment of our travel. Most of the route that we traversed so far after hitting Himachal was well paved. Yet at some points it gave up its breath to either tunnel construction or due to the reason of the landslides during the past monsoon season. No matter how bothersome it is, but in the mountains this is a common affair. Leaving Mandi on our left, as we kept venturing towards Kulu, we crisscrossed our path with an enthusiastic Jimny handler. Finally! Haven't seen a single Jimny until we crossed 5 states and 1 union territory and over 1800 kilometers. He kept on handling his Jimny the way it should be. Well, what changed? My partner seems to have a new lease of life. He kept pushing too. It turned out to be a fantastic yet stimulating drive. Finally, 2000 plus kilometers of driving experience came to a halt as we reached our first base camp at Manali. On the next day, there came up some unprecedented news from the hotel manager's desk. Atal Tunnel is closed because of heavy snowfall on the Rotang side that occurred 3 days back. This is a severe blow to our plan. With a heavy heart, we started communicating with our accommodations at Jispa and Leh to elaborate this unanticipated situation, while requesting them to postpone our booking dates for at least a day. Without saying, they extended their cooperation wholeheartedly. The morning of November 10th at Manali brought us enough reason to cheer. BRO have cleared the snow and Atal Tunnel has opened to drive through. With cheerful readiness, we continued our journey, maneuvering through the heavy traffic just outside the Manali town outskirts. Spotting the participating classic head turners from all over the world in the Classic Himalayan Drive 2025 is not only a notable mention but one hell of an experience. Crisscrossing our path of the masterpiece machines of yesteryears like the 1998 Subaru Impreza, 2001 Jaguar XK8, the Fiat Panda 4x4, 2004 Mercedes SLK, the 1958 Land Rover Series 1, 2002 Freelander G4 wasn't only a privilege but an honor to watch as well. However, the mesmerizing open horizon, canopied under the gleaming blue sky, helped us to come back to Earth from the divine aura of all the mind-boggling automobiles that took center stage of our attention. As far as our plan is concerned, we will be making an overnight stopover at Jispa, which is merely 94 kilometers. This is just because between Jispa and Leh, which is 336 kilometers, there isn't any decent accommodation open during this time. After Jispa, we have to head straight towards Leh, crossing four major passes, namely the Baralachla, the Lachungla, the Nakila, and the highest being the Tanglangla, which would be 17,582 feet. Pardon us to break the pattern of the flow of our narration, but we feel it's very important to let you all know that we won't be delving into our on-the-go stopover trifling activities, other than the exciting major ones, of course. Our effort is only to narrate our overall experience of this solo driving trip, showcasing the unforgiving landscape of this region during this time of the year. Our expectation from this trip is to experience the tourist-free, pristine beauty of this region. Well, though we aren't sure that how much we will be able to explore given the time of the year, but we are keeping our hopes high. Till now, we have realized that our carefully planned itinerary makes no difference to the destination that is written. So, we are prepping our mind in a manner to take things one at a time and enjoy every bit of it. Coming back to the topic, last season, that is during February 2024, when we came to cover the mighty snow leopards of Kibber Wildlife Sanctuary, there was somehow a disconnection with the road, as because we weren't behind the wheels. This time, we want to replenish what we missed at that point of time. Self-driving solo to distant and offbeat places gives us a sense of attainment, especially facing our fear of unforeseen circumstances and situations, while overcoming the same gives us enormous amount of achievement. Not everyone may understand or realize our psychology, but we are proudly who we are. As we exited through the north portal of Atal Tunnel and turned left towards Sisu, across the Chenab River Bridge, leaving back the road towards Kaza, a vast horizon opened up ahead of us. The Manali-Leh highway chipped out of the mountain ranges along the course of River Chenab offered us a captivating panoramic view as we kept driving at a leisurely pace. A quick stopover not only to double up our energy level became important, but also to absorb the breathtaking surrounding is a must. Hence, we aimed at a roadside eatery. We found most of them to have shut down their operation except a very handful few. The one we chose, lying on the bank of River Chenab, fortunately is still partially operational. A steaming cup of coffee over absolute quietude with the only sound of flowing Chenab turned out to be a most treasured offering by the cafe. After a brief stop, as we kept turning the wheels, one thing we noticed en route, that across the Chenab River Bridge, the volume of traffic became noticeably sparse. Happily though, the tourist off-season syndrome is catching us up at a much faster pace than we actually anticipated. As decided, today we will traverse the distance between Manali and Jispa at a much leisurely pace, not only to soak in the spectacular surrounding, but also to keep a close watch at the possibilities or chances of sighting local wildlife on the go. In many instances, we have experienced that local wildlife wanders off near the fringes of the road, especially in isolated stretches where human activity is minimal. So, monitoring closely provides a great opportunity to observe them from a short distance. It's becoming possible for us to scrutinize our surroundings in a detailed manner only because we ourselves not only have the liberty of driving at our own pace, but to stop whenever and wherever we want to. In most instances, we have seen people only keen to reach their respective destinations and do hardly enjoy the on-the-go abundance of natural extravagance. Probably it's not their fault too. In today's world of social media, destinations too are being marketed to create artificial demand among today's world of highly competitive target audience. And ultimately, the target audience suffer in this unhealthy process, that too unknowingly. They utterly fail to understand that nature is abundant everywhere. And the best chances of enjoying nature is to sit back, relax, and enjoy every inch of it while you are traveling by road between point A to point B. It might sound that we are preaching, but the fact will always remain a fact. Before crossing the Dandi Bridge, not only we filled up fuel up to the brim but reviewed our auxiliary reserve of 20 liters. As because in the next 330 kilometers, there isn't a single fuel station en route. Based on our experience of the Upper Mustang Drive, we don't expect a lot of vehicles to ply on the road, especially since the season is fall-winter. And considering the sub-zero temperatures in approaching higher passes with uncertainty of road conditions due to snowfall or any other blockade, we really want to be ready for the unexpected without even vouching on average expected mileage. As we crossed the Dandi Bridge and turned towards Kelong, the road kept winding with the course of the Bhaga River, compelling us to make frequent stopovers as the beauty of this route is becoming more and more breathtaking. The more we are traversing deep inside Himachal, the mountain ranges started unveiling its dried up yet stunning wilderness. Though during summer the landscape would have captivated us with a greener view for sure. But we have no complaints with the present and whatever is being bestowed upon us. At Jispa, though the better accommodations are already long closed for the season, yet we have managed a decent one. Our only concern is the availability of sufficient heating arrangement, which we guess would be a savior at nightfall. At least studying the present temperature trend of Jispa in our weather app rightfully justifies our apprehension. Although throughout our travelling years of last 10 years of driving 250,000 plus kilometers so far, we have experienced such odds and incidents that when we go out, we have become mentally adaptive to all sorts of unexpected events. Speaking of unexpected, we would love to share our experience of a lifetime in Himachal only that we encountered during February 2025, but in our next episode for sure. With all our premonition, we reached our overnight shelter at Jispa by late afternoon. By the time you brace yourself for the next episode, let both of us explore the solitary wilderness and wildlife of Jispa by the bank of River Bhaga.